What's going on, everybody? You know who it is. The dude, Intergalactic Brew, coming at you once again with another video, live, direct, and in effect. And this video, I want to talk about Wrestlemania weekend. Now, I know that I, for one, should be excited about this particular weekend because WrestleMania, for the first time ever in history, is going to be experienced and transpiring in my hometown. But surprisingly, I am not going to WrestleMania. And I don't want to go to WrestleMania. And I'm going to tell you why. Number one, the card, in my opinion, is subpar. Okay? Now, I know a lot of the diehard, stubborn, naive WWE fans out there are going to try and burn me with, evil, hateful comments and stuff saying, "Oh, why are you hating on WrestleMania? Oh, WrestleMania is the biggest show ever. And it's the best time of the year. You should be excited, especially it being in your hometown." Well, sorry to deceive you, but the past few WrestleManias, with the exception of, I believe that was WrestleMania 26 or 25, the WrestleMania when Shawn Michaels wrestled The Undertaker, in my opinion, probably the best wrestling match of this modern day era. You know, to say, that anything else can top that, it's not. I mean, I cannot see any other match from last year's WrestleMania or either this WrestleMania to top that match. And then they fought again last year at WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker did, and possibly may have outdone themselves than what they did in 2009. So, yeah. I mean, when you put on a WrestleMania that can top what The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels did, come let me know, and I'll watch it. But other than that, this WrestleMania this year, the card is subpar. And to all the real wrestling fans, the hardcore old school wrestling fans like myself, y'all will agree with me. And this is who I'm basically targeting this video to. So all of you minority 13 to 17-year-olds who are so gullible and who believe everything that you see and actually think these wrestlers are actually worth something, which they're not, I am not talking to you. I'm talking to my real diehard hardcore wrestling fans, like people my age and up, the ones who actually grew up with the real exciting wrestling, not none of this mediocre cartoonish crap that we see on today's wrestling. But anyway, with the exception of The Rock and Stone Cold being there, it should be fairly decent. I don't know if it's going to be necessarily great. Everybody's building this up, or from, everybody that I've talked to, or from what I've seen on TV, is that this is going to be the biggest WrestleMania ever. I seriously doubt that. But, like I said, if you have The Rock and Stone Cold, as a feature on any major wrestling event, it just might turn out to be a success. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But anyway, WrestleMania this year for me, I'm just not feeling it. Because it's kind of like they're doing the same old stuff. Like they're not, creating anything fresh. It's kind of like, they're just being redundant in their approach. You know, because I mean, really, who wants to see the Undertaker and Triple H fight again? I mean, they've already wrestled like 3 or 4 times in the past, so why are they acting like this is something new or something, you know, fresh? I mean, these guys have battled, what, 10 times already? I mean, nobody wants to see that, you know? And then on top of that, you have Michael Cole, of all people, going up against Jerry Lawler? Come on, man. Seriously? Give me a break. Michael Cole, let me tell you something about Michael Cole, okay? Michael Cole wants to be Jim Ross so bad, okay? He would literally put his neck on the line, or for that matter, break his neck to be where Jim Ross is. But the truth of the matter is, Michael Cole is nowhere near Jim Ross's status. I'm sorry, Michael Cole, but you're not. Okay? If anything, you know, you're I don't really know what category to put you in, to tell you the truth. You know, I mean, you're decent at best. You know, I think lately you've become a little bit overbearing and stuff, and I think, you know, you've let, you know, this new appointed position as the play-by-play man for the WWE, I think you've let it, you know, inflate your head with a lot of hot air that needs to be deflated, if you want to know my honest opinion. But, you know, I mean, you know, it just doesn't make any sense, man. You know, Michael Cole wrestling on a pay-per-view. I mean, you know, the guy's probably never even seen or probably never even touched a wrestling ring in his life, except when he's doing interviews. Maybe that's probably the closest he's ever got to actually being inside of the ring. But I mean, come on, man, this is a joke. I hope this is for comic relief or something. I don't know, but I mean, for real, Michael Cole. I mean, and then on top of that, the guy is fat. I mean, look at him. You know, the guy's face is, you know, more puffy than a freaking jellyfish or whatever. You know, I mean, the guy looks like a freaking balloon in a human body. Come on, man, seriously? And you're gonna have him get in the ring and try to wrestle? Come on, that guy's probably gonna gas probably the first 2 opening minutes of the match. Then what are you gonna do? What, you're just gonna have Jerry the King Lawler do the little fist drop off the top rope, then cover him for the 3 count? Oh yeah, that'll really bring in ratings. Good thinking, WWE creative team, Michael Hayes and company. But anyway, yeah. So that match will probably suck. Then on top of that, another thing that I don't agree with is, how in the world are you gonna let Snooki, of all people, seriously, see, this is how bad wrestling has gotten, people. To all my real wrestling fans out there that can feel me and know what I'm talking about, this is how bad the state of professional wrestling has gotten. We've got reality TV stars now trying to be professional wrestlers. Come on now, Snooki. I mean, let's just be real. That chick looks sloppy. She looks like freaking what was that one woman from Japan that wrestled in WWE a while back? Bull Nakano. Yeah. She looks like an American version of Bull Nakano. I mean, look at her thighs. Look at her face. I mean, the girl looks like a ghetto-fied guinea pig. A guinea pig gone ghetto. Like, seriously. And y'all gonna have this chick in a 6-person intergender tag match with Trish Stratus and John Morrison? Like, for real. And there is no way that you're gonna tell me that Snooki sloppy behind is gonna be able to learn wrestling moves within a week. That is just impossible. Seriously. I mean, okay, I understand that she's a popular reality star and everything, but does that necessarily mean just because she's used to getting into fights on reality television that you actually have to have her in a wrestling ring? No. It's already bad. TNA is doing that crap with, what's that girl's name? Jay Wow or whatever her name is? Tragic, man. I'm telling you, just tragic. Like, for real. Well, I'll tell you one thing. If Snooki is gonna wrestle, she better find the local nearest gym or something and get some type of wrestling training or something. Like Trish Stratus, instead of going out filming brawls and stuff out in the Jersey Shore, she need to have her somewhere in a wrestling ring or somewhere trying to teach her some arm drags, drop kicks, and suplexes. That's what she needs to do. But be that as it may, that's WWE for you nowadays. They just bring anybody, just for the sake of, making their company better instead of, making it better for the fans. So there you go. And more than likely, Snooki might, that since Snooki is supposed to be, I guess, one of the special guests or one of the featured people at WrestleMania, they probably might end up letting her win the match, which I really don't understand either, but I think it's going to happen. Personally, I just would have been better off seeing Dolph Ziggler and Vicky Guerrero against Trish Stratus and John Morrison. That would have been a whole lot better than Snooki in it, but anyway, like I said, that's WWE. And what else is going on? Let's see. Like I was mentioning before about Triple H and The Undertaker. Undertaker's probably going to end up winning that match anyway and extending his streak. I mean, if Triple H wins, it won't surprise me because, Triple H has got stroke in the WWE, as you all know, so he might just book himself to win that match, but who knows what can go on. What else is supposed to be going on? Is there anything else? Oh yeah, Alberto Del Rio and Edge. That probably might be a good match because you have two guys in there that can actually go, and that probably might save WrestleMania for what it's worth. So that could be possibly a good match, but then again, who knows? More than likely, Edge will probably keep the belt. Because I think they don't want to rush Alberto Del Rio too fast because he is fairly new, but I know he's been getting a push lately. But, if my calculations are correct now, WWE is smart. They won't put the belt on him at Mania. They probably might have him win the title somewhere down the line, but I just don't think he's ready right now. I'm not saying he's not championship material because he is, but I just don't think he's ready right now. But, yeah, most likely Edge will end up winning that. Randy Orton and CM Punk, that should probably be a good match too, because that's been a good storyline. There's been some good build up towards that. So hopefully, CM Punk being the better wrestler than Randy Orton is. No disrespect to Randy Orton, but CM Punk is the better wrestler than Randy Orton. I mean, let's just be real. I mean, even though Randy Orton does have wrestling skill too, but it's just CM Punk is just better overall wrestler than Randy Orton. So hopefully that'll be a good match. They'll probably end up giving that to Randy Orton since he's the baby face, and he had his back up against the wall, and CM Punk's been insulting his family and hit him with a fake monkey wrench and all this other crap, and so Randy Orton will probably end up winning that match, even though it would be nice to see CM Punk go over on Randy Orton, but you know how the WWE works. Anyway, let's see what else. The Rock is hosting. That should be great. He probably might end up getting involved in the John Cena-Miz match. It'd be nice to see him cost Cena the WWE Championship, so that way it could bring a little bit more pizzazz to the rivalry. So if they wanted to put The Rock in a match with Cena, that would give Cena more motivation storyline-wise to want to go after The Rock. But I don't know. They could have The Rock help Cena win the belt, and The Rock could end up facing Cena for the title, but you never know. But I think more than likely Miz will retain the title with the help of The Rock. So there it is. So take it for what it's worth. Enjoy it. Whatever. Peace.